If you've been scrolling through a dozen orange juicers, watching video after video and still can't tell which one actually lives up to the hype, this review is here to clear that up. You've probably asked yourself if you should splurge on a commercial-grade machine or settle for a cheap hand squeezer that leaves a lot of juice on the pulp. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In the next few minutes I'm going to walk through the real-world experience of using the Zumex Versatile Pro, point out where it shines, where it trips up, and help you decide if it's worth a place on your countertop or if you're better off looking elsewhere. First off, let's talk about why the versatile claim matters. This isn't a single-serve, single-fruit gadget that you tip and hope for the best. The Versatile Pro is built around a motor that can handle a steady flow of oranges, grapefruits, even lemons, without stalling. That translates into a smoother breakfast routine when you're feeding a family of 4 and need a jug of fresh juice in under 5 minutes. The key question for most buyers is, does that speed and capacity justify the price tag? The answer depends heavily on how you plan to use it. If you're a health-conscious parent who drinks fresh juice every morning, or a small-scale CAF looking to offer fresh-pressed orange juice without hiring a full-time barista, the Versatile Pro fits right into that workflow. You can load a whole tray of fruit, press a button, and watch the machine do the heavy lifting while you prep toast or take orders. The continuous feed design means you don't have to pause for a ream after each orange, which is a huge time saver when you're on a tight schedule. In my own kitchen test, I could process about 12 medium oranges in roughly 3 minutes, and the juice came out clear, with very little froth, exactly what you want for a glass that's ready to drink or to mix into a cocktail later. On the flip side, if you only juice occasionally, maybe a weekend brunch for 2, the same motor that powers the rapid output also means the unit sits on a heavier base and draws more electricity than a countertop hand press. You'll notice a low hum that's louder than a typical kitchen blender, and the machine's footprint is comparable to a small food processor. For a single user who just wants a quick glass on a lazy Sunday, that extra bulk and noise can feel like overkill. In that scenario, a manual press or a less powerful centrifugal juicer would probably meet the need at a fraction of the cost. Now, let's get into the practical strengths that actually show up day to day. The first thing most owners notice is the ease of cleaning. The Versatile Pro's reamer and juice collection tray are designed to pop out without the need for disassembly of the motor housing. A quick rinse under the tap clears most of the pulp, and the removable parts are dishwasher safe. That's a genuine win because many commercial-style juicers can become a nightmare of sticky orange residue if you don't have a dedicated cleaning routine. The built-in pulp ejection system also separates juice from waste efficiently, meaning you end up with a cleaner glass and less mess on the countertop. Another strength is consistency. Because the motor maintains a steady torque, each orange is squeezed with roughly the same pressure. In practice, that means you won't get a first orange that's watery followed by a second that's thick and pulp-laden. The juice's flavor profile stays uniform, which matters if you're batching juice for a week-long supply or serving multiple customers. Consistency also helps preserve nutrients. You're not overprocessing the fruit, which can generate heat and degrade vitamin C. There are a couple of weaknesses worth flagging before you click Add to Cart. The first is the price. The Zumex Versatile Pro lands in the higher-end bracket of home juicers, and while the build and motor justify part of that, the cost can be a barrier for casual users. You'll see it listed well above $600, which is a steep investment if you're only juicing a few glasses a month. Second, the machine isn't the quietest in the room. The motor's power makes a low, steady whir that can be audible across an open-plan kitchen. If you live in an apartment with thin walls or you're sensitive to background noise, you'll want to run it during a time when the sound won't be a distraction. Who should buy it? The sweet spot is anyone who needs volume, speed, and repeatable quality. Think families with kids who love orange juice for breakfast, health enthusiasts who prep daily juice shots, or small food service operations that want to offer fresh citrus without hiring extra staff. The machine also appeals to people who appreciate a low-maintenance cleanup routine. The detachable parts and dishwasher-safe components are a real time saver after a busy morning. Who